everybody. Welcome to Cup of Joe. I am Joe Gallimore, the Director of Investment Management with Argent Bridge Advisors. So we all just wrapped up another great year and have turned the corner into a new one. So this month, I wanted to get the thoughtful juices flowing by posing some questions, both from our perspective and from yours as the client, to try and help us all examine where we are right now, what's going on, and what we can do about it as we look forward into 2026. So first, a few investment questions that we at Argent Bridge are asking ourselves right now. Number one, can international stocks continue to outperform US stocks? And the same for emerging markets. Those both did very well last year. And we've talked a lot in recent years about the increasing concentration of the S&P 500 in the top several names. AI stocks, tech stocks all ballooned last year. Now, I'm sure AI and Mag 7 names, they're going to continue their rocket ship ride out into the stratosphere in this coming year. But we are looking to other asset classes outside of tech and outside of large cap growth for better relative returns. Number two, how might portfolios weather a market correction or even a full-fledged bear market, a decline of 20% or more? Do we have proper bond strategies in place? Are the defensive equity strategies that we use, are those positioned for such an event like that? And that our investment committee will also discuss the equity hedge positions that we use from time to time to de-risk model accounts. That'll be a hot topic of discussion for us. Number three, what are we doing to manage strategic cash positions right now? Interest rates have been coming down and they're nearing a range that many believe will be the floor of this rate cutting cycle. So, given that, what do we think of the yields of cash right now versus bonds or other alternatives for savings? Also, the market just enjoyed its third consecutive year of double-digit returns. So we'll look at the timing of harvesting some of that appreciation to fund future withdrawal needs within client portfolios. So that's something we're looking at closely right now. Those are a few of the investment questions that we're pondering at the moment. But what are some questions that we would be asking ourselves if we were clients? Number one, when is the last time I rebalanced my 401k? What is going on in that thing? Is your allocation reflective of your past situation, or how does it relate to the current market conditions? And very importantly, is there cash in there? Unless you're being actively tactical with your cash allocation, we do not recommend holding cash long term in a retirement account. Don't do it. So revisit your 401k. Number two, what did we learn from our stock market experience in 2025? I'll tell you one of the first things and most prominent things we could have learned is that the market persists through volatility. Am I right? Last year, we saw extreme changes to tariff rates, which eventually led to outright trade wars. We saw the US take military action against Iran. That increased tension a lot for a moment. And then there was a lot of legislative drama that even the Supreme Court is weighing in on. But throughout all those, the market persisted and it recovered after each one of those little pockets. Another thing we might have learned last year is that not only one asset class needs to win each year. Large cap growth stocks, tech stocks, they continued their hot performance, as I mentioned. But international and emerging markets did very well. Those were each up over 30% last year. So this reminds us that investing is not a zero-sum game, and it's not just true for equities. Bonds also enjoyed a handsome 7% return last year. So a balanced portfolio also did pretty well. So FOMO investing may very well be overrated. Third question we could ask ourselves, is there anything happening later this year that I can take action on right now? Do I have any big expenses coming up? Do I plan on making any generous gifts at some point? Or is there a savings goal that I wanted to adjust or even create if I had been thinking about it? Right now is a very good time to have these conversations with your advisors so you can make the small changes now that have big ripple effects later. And the final question I want to leave you with is really about some intentional reflection. Now's a great time to take the time to recall your goals or your intentions from 2025 and look back on the progress you made on those throughout the year. Did you accomplish what you wanted to? Did you stick to the plan that you had mapped out? What can you tweak differently to try this year? This could be with myriad things. Did you put a trade in place? How did that investment thesis work out? Is it time to revisit that idea? A saving strategy, like I mentioned. Did you implement one? Did you stick to it? What are the reasons that it may have gotten off track? How can you get it back on track? And of course, with other personal goals that you may have in your personal life, look at what you had set out to do, how it happened, and how you can get that back on track right now. Not everyone may be aware of this, but it is established science that if you have a goal or a plan and you write it down, you're much more likely to see it through, or at least make significant progress with your goals. So, did this happen for you in 2025? And is this something that you can try in 2026? Well, that does it for this month's Cup of Joe. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next month.